Hi, I'm Kristen Bell, and if you know my husband Dax, then you also know he loves shopping for a car. Selling a car? Not so much.
We're really doing this, huh?
Thankfully, Carvana makes it easy. Answer a few questions, put in your VIN or license, and done. We sold ours in minutes this morning, and they'll come pick it up and pay us this afternoon.
Bye-bye, truckie.
Of course, we kept the favorite.
Hello, other truckie.
Sell your car with Carvana today. Terms and conditions apply.
All the information we retain online, a majority of it is kind of this biased information depending on what you're asking. And I feel like it falls a lot into dating. It's like, don't settle if he or she can't do this. And if she's not this, then you need to leave. It's like, okay, whatever happened to compromise?
Right.
Whatever happened to, this is my partner, let's work this out. Let's get to a better stage. Let's figure these things out together and build, because that's what people do. It's just more so like, well, if it's not the finish line, I don't want it.
Welcome to the Bomb Life Podcast, where fitness, mindset, and real talk collide. This isn't just about workouts. It's about transforming your body, mind, and life. Get ready for unfiltered conversations, expert advice, and the motivation you need to level up in every way. Hey everyone, welcome to the Bomb Life Podcast. I am Melissa Vogel, your host. Welcome to the show. Oh my God, I just want to dive right into today's episode because one, it's a little bit longer, and two, you guys are going to love it. You're going to laugh with me today. You're going to have these aha moments. It's a different type of episode today, and it's so phenomenal. I can't wait to get to it. So let's cover quick housekeeping things and then dive right in. If you haven't yet, rate and review this podcast, 5 stars if you feel it's appropriate, and then leave a review. Every single one does so many amazing things for the show, and it's like leaving me a huge tip in the tip jar. It's a busy season right now. It's getting super busy for me, and you guys know I have to put this plug in because I don't ever want you to think that, oh, I just can't do this right now. Oh, I don't need help right now. Oh, I don't want to move forward because so much is going on. It's all BS. It's lies that we tell ourselves. And I want you to know that I am here to help. My schedule is busy. I might be tight. There might only be very limited options, but go to the show notes, click on the link, and book a 15-minute discovery call with me, and know that you have someone in your corner. Someone is there to help you navigate, like, what's the next steps I need to take in my life with my food, with my workouts, with my relationship, with my mindset. Remember, I work with people, not just with training and workouts and food. It's everything. It's an entire lifestyle change. And I wanted to say this because when you're listening to this episode, we talk about that core foundation of self-confidence, self-love. And if you're not working on that, everything else, in a way, it's not as significant. I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but man, you need to have that solid foundation of that self-love, that confidence, because it's going to project you into the right direction, and your changes and results are going to last for life. And our conversation today is just going to open your eyes to that even more. So I wanted to make sure I said that. I know I say it in every episode, but I wanted to put it in there too. So go to the show notes. You're going to find all the links for today's guest to make sure you follow him and see everything that's going on. And then you're going to find links to everything for the show, booking a discovery call and all that. So never miss the show notes. I just love you guys. We wouldn't be able to do this show without you and all of your support and love. So feel free to keep writing into the show. It's melissavogel@gmail.com. That's our email. It's Melissa Vogel@gmail.com, right into the show. Give me ideas, give me your thoughts, feedback, everything. We love hearing from you guys. And then also you can send me a DM at It's Melissa Vogel on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. Most of you like to reach out to me on there, which is totally fine. It alerts me, but I love hearing from you guys. So stay tuned. Everything is always posted on Instagram and what's coming up next, what's out this week. It's just a great place for you guys to go and stay connected. Okay, today's guest. Oh my God. He is a creator. Oh, let me tell you his name. Duh. We have Jacob Razo on, and he's a creator. He's a storyteller and the unapologetic voice behind This Might Be Toxic podcast. With a massive following on TikTok and Instagram, Jacob Razo has made his mark with his unfiltered takes on dating, relationships, and all the messy, hilarious moments in between. And he's known for keeping it raw, keeping it fun, and always saying what everyone else is thinking, whether it's about modern dating struggles, boundaries, or the gap between expectations and reality. Jacob doesn't just make us laugh, he makes us think. And that's why his content resonates with so many people. You guys, this episode is great. So sit back, relax, put the headphones in because some of the content we talk about is not PG. You guys are just going to love the show. So grab your popcorn. And then I say this many times, you're going to jump over to his TikTok and you're just going to dive into the comments because we need to protect this man at all costs. Everyone, enjoy the show. Hey everyone, welcome to the Bomb Life podcast. Today we have Jacob Razo on. Welcome to the show, Jacob.
Thank you for having me on. Happy to be here.
I am excited you're here. And you guys, I'm not going to lie, this is round 2. We've already tried this. We failed. We're back. It has been a very crazy morning for us.
That's why I wanted to talk before. That's why I wanted to get it out. See if it would work.
Just get it out. But now we need like all the bullshit to stop and like, let's flow into this episode.
We're good now. Yeah, we feel good now.
I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of girl fanning over here.
Thank you. I'm blushing.
Like, I don't know what to say to that.
Exactly. I feel great. Thank you.
I'm super excited to have you on. You are a creator. You are a storyteller. You're a podcaster. You guys, he has the podcast, Unapologetic Voice. I love that title for you on This Might Be Toxic podcast. Love the name.
Thank you.
You also have another podcast coming out sometime this year, correct? Called Zenish.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm excited for both of those.
Oh my God. You guys can follow him on TikTok, Instagram. I think that's where I found you was TikTok.
I think that's the common consensus of how everybody finds me.
Yeah. You're pretty big on there.
Do you remember the video that did it for you?
Oh my God. There's been many. The ones that first introduced me to you, it was someone did what's it called? When they do a stitch. Yes.
Yeah.
And this woman was dying laughing while you were talking. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Well, I get the notifications for stitches, but again, I'm just posting and just leaving it out there. So
okay. You guys will have to go and find it. I thought I reposted it. And the other day I went to go look for it again. You guys, his content is hilarious because you're so just honest and real about your thoughts and feelings about women, about dating, like sex, everything. And I think that's what attracted me to you is like, that's so true. You're saying the shit that no one wants to talk about or admit, and you're putting humor to it.
I feel like that's the only way it's relatable when people can laugh at it and be like, that's kind of true.
I know. That's funny. But the one stitch that you had done was you were talking about being with a girl and not understanding why her ex was still like coming around.
Yeah.
And you were talking about then your experience with her and how special and unique you see that I'm trying to like make this, I don't know.
More PG,
but like, you understand now why that guy is so like, hey, what are you still doing? Where did you go? And you said something about, now I'm carpooling with this.
Yeah, me and dude are carpooling next to our house because it's like, once you experience it, you're like, oh, I'm going to send a bunch of text messages that don't get replied to as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
that one did really well. God.
It was so funny. You guys have to check them out. What's your TikTok and Instagram? Say it right now so I don't forget.
At Jacob Lee Razo on everything. So it's JACOBLEERAZO.
Is Lee your middle name?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. The other one that caught my attention is you were talking about being half Mexican and half Hispanic. And I'm like, hola.
You get it too?
Oh my God, I totally get it. And I was just laughing at some of the things you were saying because I could totally relate. And then I'm like, I wonder if he was ever told growing up, hey, you're only half Mexican.
All the time. I get that today as an adult.
My white side, side, you know what I'm saying though? My white side used to tell me all the time, like, oh, you're only half. Like, don't tell anyone because I look more white. Like, you're only half.
You're not Mexican enough to do Mexican things. It's like you never got to participate in the reindeer games. I get it all the time. I always make the joke of like, I'm just the Chipotle of people. I'm the Taco Bell of people.
Exactly.
Like it's Mexican, but is it really?
Right. And then I ended up with like a half Mexican dog. I have a Pomchi. So he's Pomeranian and Chihuahua. And I'm like, dude, even my dog's half Mexican.
Yeah. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Like, what's happening here?
It's a good mix. I like the blend.
Yeah. It just makes it interesting. And then when people find out now, they're like, you are, because I'm 5'9". So when I go off to the like family reunions and stuff, like everyone comes up to my shoulders. I mean, let's be
Yeah,
real.
that's
All
the Mexican
9
side.
of my great aunts are like up to my shoulder. And I just stand out like, sore thumb. My brother looks white too. There's 5 of us, and my youngest brother completely. Like my sister looks like complete beaner, like all of her kids,
Yeah.
totally. And then there's me and my brother, and he's like 6'4", white.
My grandma, well, where my grandma's from in Mexico, she's like super white and pale, but like, yeah, my whole family's short. So the
Yeah.
whole wetback side of me is short. The redneck side of me is just tall as fuck. So I like hanging out with the Mexican side. It makes me look better by
Right.
comparison to other people. Like the fact that I'm taller than my dad, I'm like, all right, cool, we're good.
Yeah, we're good. How tall are you?
6 foot, but I always lie on my lives because I feel like it's such a weird question.
Why?
I say I'm like, because it's like a weird question. Like, how tall are you? I'm like, is this going to deter you from ever watching a video?
Oh, in
So
the
I'll be
dating
like,
world, yeah.
really? Why? Why? Well, you're 5'9" though. You're tall. You need somebody tall. I can see that. It's the girls that are like 4'3.5" that are dating somebody that's like 6'12", and I
It's
don't
like,
get
no,
it.
no. Save that for us. What
Yeah,
are you
you
doing?
need that. Yeah, they're just selfish. They're selfish.
Well, I'm 5'9", then you put some heels on me. I'm close to 6 foot.
Well, yeah, and even that, like that would even like now you're eye level with me. So I'm like, well, this doesn't, by metrics, it's still making me feel bad. I'd be like, take those off.
For Christmas, I just get all flat sandals
That's it. That's all you get. Just Birkenstocks. Just keep these on.
all the time, at all times.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. So do you feel, and I'm curious about this, I bring everything back to like health and fitness. You're going to notice that a lot. Like I just bring everything back to health and fitness. Did you feel being told like you're only half Mexican or you're not enough, or you still got that white in you? Do you feel that played into your like self-confidence or self-worth at all growing up?
Like, I think when I was younger, but again, like I kind of dropped the whole, like it felt like there was this whole needing to feel like you were accepted by something, kind of like you wanted to fit in. Like if I was hanging out with like my Mexican cousins or Mexican friends, it was like, well, you're not Mexican enough. Or if I wanted to do white people shit with the white side of my family, it's like, well, you're not white. And then I was like, well, fuck it. I'm just what I am. So I think at a younger age, for sure, like it was more of where do I fit in or what can I represent? And I'm like, all I can be is with myself. I'm like, I am these 2 races.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it did for me, especially in high school. I wanted to join like the Hispanic Culture Club, and they're like, I'm like, my last name's Jaime. What's happening here? Am I being discriminated against? I think I
Yeah.
am.
I always make jokes to say like racism is in every form, even the lightest side of it, to where it's like you
Real.
can't accept somebody because they're not that ethnic enough.
I know.
Yeah, you see with like they always make fun of Drake for it too. It's like he's not black, and it's like he is though. That's his culture as well.
Right.
Like
right.
you can't, you don't get to disqualify him because his mom is white.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's because I'm a chick, but I feel like it did make me have a weird sense of like, where do I belong? Like, what is my identity? And I kind of like questioned a little bit of my worth. And I'm realizing now that like, as you get older, your sense of worth and your self-esteem and like your self-confidence, it plays a huge role in your health and fitness journey. Like, if you don't think you're worth it, you're not going to show up.
Yeah.
You're going to make bad choices with food and alcohol and, whether or not you go to the gym. And I'm always like trying to dissect that. Like, where the hell did that start? And I'm like, oh, Jesus, I think it started with that of like, where do I fit in? Or you're not good enough, or I don't know.
It's identity. I feel like everybody has an identity crisis, right? Like even now, like as an adult, it came into adulthood where, when I stopped drinking and stuff, like it was like, well, this was such a big part of me. And there's so many positive reinforcements for bad behavior. Because when you drink, it's like good nights with friends. You hook up with girls. You hook up like whatever the night may be. You're like, that felt good. And you think it's the alcohol that brought you to that point. So you're like, well, I can't give this up. Like I got to go out because this is the only time these things happen.
Right.
So yeah, same thing with everything you do in life. Just gym, even just getting into that healthier lifestyle. You're like, am I boring?
Right. Yeah. Tell me more about that. Like was there a breaking point when you decided to stop drinking? Like, did something bad happen that you're like, no more, like, this can't keep happening?
I think I just not bad, like in the sense of like, I think I got shit-faced in Dallas with my friend for her birthday. Like a bunch of her girlfriends were there, and I'm like falling asleep basically on the sidewalk outside of the Airbnb, which wasn't too far out of my character at that time. But I was just like, I think I've done it. I think I took it to this place of excess, and it was really fun, and I have so many fond memories of it, and it was great through my 20s. And I'm like, but how much more? Like, I'm like, I get the idea, I get the gist. How much more can I possibly do? What else is out there for me with this substance?
Do you find more clear, like, do you find yourself thinking more clearly and having more clarity and stuff?
Absolutely. And I love waking up not feeling like shit. Like, that's amazing for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
curious how that has played a role into selecting a partner or like the dating world, because I have found that the first thing people ask you on like a first date or something is like, let's go have a drink. Let's go have a drink. And I told this guy the other day, it was like a Wednesday. And I'm like, well, I don't drink on Wednesdays. You know, I'll meet up with you.
Yeah.
You can, but I'm curious if that has played a role in that area of your life.
I mean, I live on the live and let live principle. So if somebody drinks and that's part of their character, I mean, to what degree, obviously, I'll be like, are you an alcoholic or are you just like,
Right.
it's a very social activity. And I understand that.
Yeah.
So, and again, I'll never demonize it. I don't want to be that sober person that's like, you should stop. But there's so many other things you can do. And again, that goes back to the identity thing of like, well, what do I like to do? What are my hobbies?
Right.
Because drinking is not a hobby. It was for a long time, but have you ever heard the phrase drinking is a hobby for the hobbyless?
Yikes. No, but fuck.
It's that low hanging fruit, right? You can do it anytime, anywhere, and it kind of amplifies any situation you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's great. But
I know I have people listening of all ages right now. I can think of like 5 people offhand that are listening, and they drink with their significant other. I don't know, probably Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, maybe a little on Sunday. And I'm sure they're listening going, oh, fuck, am I that person without the hobby? Like, so I like the conversation around this because I think it gets people thinking about it. And then I like hearing that you have stopped and you can keep living and you're doing just fine and probably learning more about yourself. So it's an encouraging message for people for sure.
Absolutely. And I think like when I talk to people about it, it's when do you drink? You drink on the weekends? Are you like a weekend warrior type of person or not at all?
If I do, it's only Friday and Saturday, and I honestly can't remember the last time I drank, so it's probably like once every couple of months.
Yeah. I always tell people, I'm like, if you can do it, like if it's something that you have a good rap, like you understand what it's for, it's great to utilize it as a tool because it is fun. I go out to bars still, like I don't drink. I'll just get like a club soda and a lime. So I'm not that fucking dork in there doing nothing.
Right.
So yeah, no, it's really fun and socializing is really good. But I think my whole thing was, how can I get the personality that I have when I'm drinking sober? Like that confidence.
Ooh,
yeah.
That is such a good question.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people it's crazy. I know a ton of people that left the Mormon faith. And so now as adults, they're trying to figure out like, how do we drink? How much is too much? You know, I've had people ask like, is drinking a bottle of wine a day bad? And I'm like, yes. They don't know the boundaries and limits around it.
Yeah.
And so they have discovered a whole new kind of like personality of their own that drinking brought out. And I've said to them before, and even other clients of like, okay, how do you discover you without that though?
You know what's funny is like, you again tying it back into fitness. Have you noticed when you get this, you know, when you get the physique that you like, or you lose weight or you gain weight, whatever it may be, right? You get this overwhelming sense of confidence. You start wanting to go to these places where you can almost show it off a little bit. And it's kind of in that realm of like, but then it's these polars. So these polar opposites. So drinking is one where it's like, if I'm not drinking, I can't have a good time. Or then you get to the fitness side where you're like super addicted to be like, oh no, I just had a sandwich. I'm too bloated to go to the beach. So it's these addictions to these polar opposite things, but you just have to learn that you're the same person when you're drinking. You're just more of a socialite. When you're extremely fit and you feel good and you think that way about yourself, you're extremely social and you're excited. And it's just getting that comfortability with yourself. I think it's just that confidence. It's figuring out what that button is and being able to hit it whenever you want to.
Yeah. And it's so important. Like that's such a message that I'm always trying to like just pound into people is that like your life and how you grow and change that foundation is your self-love and self-confidence. Like it's going to determine the people that you sleep with. It's going to determine the behavior that you allow, how people talk to you, how you show up. Like it's just, God, you're just reiterating the same message. Like, and I love that people get to hear it from someone else that like, that is your foundation right there.
Yeah. No matter what you do and no matter where you go, you'll always be who you are. And
Yeah.
Like when you have like I say alcohol and money are the same thing, because those are the times you're going to see who a person truly is.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see how if a person's an angry drunk, that's an angry person, but they get to let it out with
Yep.
the alcohol. Same thing with money. Somebody's happy as hell, you're going to see it through the alcohol. You're like, it's just going to amplify who that person already is.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, when I'm like shit-faced, I am a fucking blasted class, but I am without, like, you know, I'm just like, let's go at 6 a.m. in the gym. And they're like,
Exactly.
what's wrong with you? And I'm like, oh, you should see me drunk. I'm really fun.
The only thing sober is like you just get to have that frontal cortex still engaged, to where like when you're drinking, your prefrontal cortex is gone.
Yeah.
So it's like I might be too much of a good time when that's gone. I'm all like, I've made a lot of bad decisions that were definitely fun in the time, but let's not do that again.
Yeah.
Time and a place.
Yeah. My 20s, man. I don't know. A lot of spring break in Florida.
Yeah. See, that'll do it to you. That'll definitely. Were you, what is it, Panama City Beach?
Yes.
Yeah. You were Daytona, just getting.
Yes.
Shit, yeah. What was the drink of choice?
Oh, sex on the beach for sure.
Really?
Oh God, we'd get so wasted on that. Just
what a cliche cocktail. Yeah.
Horrible for you.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember adios, motherfucker.
Oh, AMFs were just, those were the best bang for your buck, honestly.
I mean, if we're going to do this, we're going to do this right. That was like the motto, you know, and man, I'm just like, where were my parents? Like, well, we flew there. I remember going as a junior in high school, a senior, and I'm like, how did I not die? How did I not get kidnapped?
It's the youthful blood. People were different.
Yeah.
Just Mad Dog 2020s and Four Locos when those came out. It's a good time. We had a good run.
We did. I just remember just being like barefoot, carrying my shoes, just walking the strip, you know, back to the hotel, like shit-faced.
Were you big on fitness back then? Like, were you still like heavily into the gym?
I was not as much, as like psycho about it, but I was like teaching classes, and like I started teaching when I was 15. Okay. And they were like, shh, don't tell anyone how old you are. And I'm like, okay. Sure.
Were you one of those people that were drinking based on calorie?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, shots are definitely better bang for your buck.
God, you were that person.
Yeah.
You were so
I could get away with it.
What do you mean you can get away with it?
Oh, I could drink and not gain any weight. And like, I could drink and be out till 2 a.m. and then wake up and teach a 7 a.m. class.
That's just being young, though.
Horrible.
The youth is wasted on the young. Because if I could do that now, that shit now, I'd be like, great. I would have a great time.
Yeah.
Now it just fucks me up for like a week.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like the biggest liar ever. I feel like I would just not be who I am on social media and my podcast, you know, as a mom. You know, if I was like doing all of that and then being like, you can still have abs and biceps and like a booty and still get shit faced. It's like, that's not true.
Well, I mean, like, I remember when I was partying still, like, that was when I jumped into like cycling, like my very first, like doing cycles and stuff. Cause I did it the total bro way. I wasn't going to do competition. I was just like, I want to be fucking big. So I started with tests and then like getting into that. But like on those things, I think a lot of the influencers and like the way that people take pictures, the lighting, I think it's something that needs to come to light for a lot of people, because I don't think it should be demonized as much as it is, especially if you're into fitness culture. But I would tell people straight up, because I would see people lie. They're like, oh, how did you get this body? And I would see dudes lie, just like, yeah, man, chicken and rice. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's a lot of trend, but let's fucking like, right. So you see a lot of people on the internet and, you know, influencers, and it's like, it's great lighting. And these people do work really hard. Mm-hmm. It's not to discredit what they do. And people think you're going to take these things and it's magic, and it does help. But the body dysmorphia is crazy in that sense with that industry. Yeah.
And it's happening more and more. Like when you get to, because I know a lot of people in the industry, and I know the behind the scenes, and I'm like, I know what you're taking. And I take pride in being like considered natural still, you know, like I don't take anything, I don't do anything unless creatine counts. And it's just, it's just happening so much more. And I have to always tell that to my clients and explain to them like, yes, she looks like that. Or guys like, yes, he looks like that, but there's a lot more going on that you don't understand. And even like the lighting and the angles. Like if I take a picture and I'm just like standing here like this, I look so fucking fat. But if I'm like this, like, look at that just now.
Twisting the waist, right?
Yeah.
It's the same reason every guy, when they do a photo, is like to the side with their arm, because it looks huge. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's knowing your angles. But I think also the honesty behind it is huge for people, because it makes a lot of people feel bad.
Right.
I know people that have to unfollow certain people because they feel like, I'm like, it's real. Because there's two sides to this. It's like these people really do put in the work. These people really go to the
Yes.
gym every day,
100%.
and their diet is locked in. And okay, if they do PEDs, great, but it's also this other 90%.
Mm-hmm.
And just like everybody else, when you take a picture, you want it to be the best picture, right?
Yeah.
And you see people in soft lighting, and it's like, oh, that's a normal, maybe not normal to everybody, but it's like it's a normal, active, healthy lifestyle physique.
Right.
Yeah. But those shadows will make you look juiced and just cut and dice. It's great.
Yeah. I have to remind people, like, that's why when people get on stage for competition, they're tan as fuck.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
It's not just because they're in a bikini and they want to look great tan up there. I'm like, that is for definition and to fool the eye. And they're like, oh.
And then the dehydration pills too, that just sucks all the water out of you. A lot of people don't know like what it takes to get to stages. Like I have friends that do it and I'm like, I don't fucking know. I'm like, it's just, you don't even eat, man. Like you're not even, I don't think you've ever had a grain of rice. Yeah.
And then I don't know about you, but one of the reasons why I've never done that or try to go after my card or anything like that or compete, I know myself and I will constantly compare myself to the best shape I'm in on that stage. And if I'm not that person, I'll always be like, oh my God, I'm so fat. Look what I used to look like. Now look at me now.
Yeah. What do you think that is? What do you think that is for women? Because I know it's like this huge, I always make jokes about it on like TikToks and stuff, but I'm like, it's because you could tell somebody they look pretty or they look great and you genuinely mean it, right? But what is this thing in a woman's brain where it's like, well, you have to say that, or you're just saying that, or you're just, and it's like, do you not feel that way about yourself? Like, it's like almost like fucking hard to convince you that I find you attractive.
Right. Oh my God. I love that you're asking that because so many women are listening right now going, yeah. Yeah. And I think there's two women. I think there's two sides. One, I think there's the woman that genuinely thinks that. That's like, there's no way he thinks that. Because we look in the mirror and we're like, oh my God, I'm so fat. And if I like suck in and I just look like this or like doing shit to our face, like we see like the worst of us. And so we're like, there's no way someone else could love that about me. Right. And then there's the other woman that is like, oh my God, I don't look like that. Don't say it. So just so you say it more. She knows she's got it going on or she knows that she's pretty. But like, you know, if I just accept that, then he's going to stop. And I like hearing that. And it like feeds the ego. I've seen both. I'm like, bitch, you know you're pretty. Shut the fuck up.
But I've met women that are pretty that I don't know if they don't believe it. And I'm like,
and they they're in that category.
But I get mean after a while because I'm like, okay, I just agree with you. You look terrible today. Like I'm lying. I'm just like, well, if we're going to keep going through this whole cat and mouse game, yep, 100%.
Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. And any guys listening right now, like,
yeah, don't do that. Not a good.
Keep doing it because God, women need so much reassurance. And it will take you telling us 20,000 times for us to just believe you a little bit, just to crack that door open to be like, okay, maybe.
Yeah.
20,000.
The scary part is though, it's like, if you don't think you're pretty and if me telling you isn't enough, it's like, are you gonna get it? Like that's the lack of confidence for people in general. It's like you're seeking affirmation and validation in other places. And I'm like, well, believe me.
Yeah.
Like you have to a certain degree.
You have to, because then if you end up divorced back in the dating world, you are still seeking that, or not even divorced, just like an adult in the dating world, you're still seeking that validation from other people and you're going to find the wrong partners to give it to you.
Yeah.
And I've gotten trapped in that and it's very scary. And I've had to do a lot of work to realize like all that love, all that reassurance, all that's got to come from me first.
Oh yeah. That's huge.
Not someone else. And then I know people that are married and still try and get that from their partner. And they've been married for 10 years. And I'm like, no, bitch, like, we got to find that self-love in you without him in the picture or her.
You have to fill your own cup up because if you got 2 full cups, life is great. But if you have to keep pouring into somebody else's, eventually you'll be empty.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just how it goes.
It's a beautiful thing. You did a TikTok on that one time. I want to bring that up, but it's a beautiful thing when 2 people can have full cups of water, come together, and you make a fucking pitcher.
Exactly.
You know, that's what's good. Not someone has a full cup, someone's got a couple drops, and you're just like, oh, here, let me keep adding in there. You did a TikTok one time kind of on this topic, and you were talking about, and correct me if I'm wrong, all about how people say they do the work and say that they're healed and then
Oh,
but
yeah.
they're like not really healed. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
Okay, tell me about that TikTok and why you made it.
Well, I mean, like a lot of the things that I say is like based on me because I'm big on accountability and like I know when I'm lying to myself.
Yes.
And I think I did that for so many years because it feels really nice to say that you did the work.
Yeah.
And it goes into like this therapy culture. And I think therapy is great, but also it's like you have to understand you got to learn to be honest with yourself before you go get a third party because they only know what
Right.
you're going to tell them. So healing, right? It's fun to say. I think a lot of people get like, oh, that doesn't bug me anymore. That doesn't bug me anymore. And they share the memes and they share the pictures and they say all the shit and it sounds great. And you've done this surface level digging, but it's like the real shit really hurts. Like it really sucks. You lose a lot of people. You almost feel like you lose a part of yourself. You go through these depressions and you go through these dark lows of just like, fuck, who am I? I was a shitty person, and admitting to yourself all your faults and forgiving people that you don't think need to be forgiven. And it's this fucking
That's healing.
yeah, it's a hell of a ride. And then you get to the end of it and you're like, thank God I got through that path. And it's like, you're not even done there. You just went through this, hopefully the hardest part of it. And then you still got to build yourself back up and do that recovery process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if anyone listening, if you haven't done what he's saying and you can't relate to that, or you haven't felt like those dark, deep moments, you haven't healed. You haven't healed.
A lot of it is realizing that a lot of the shit in life is our fault. It's so bad. It's such a terrible feeling, but you have to admit it.
I know. I know. Have you heard or experienced that the real healing happens and when you're like in a healthy relationship, when you're in a relationship and everything that you thought that you were okay with gets triggered in that healthy relationship, and everything that you're like, oh, I thought I was fine. And then you talk with someone who actually does communicate and actually does love you. And then you're like, whoa, what the fuck is this? And then you're like all mad and upset, and that person has nothing to do with it. It's coming from inside.
It's weird. And
I've
you say, a friend told me. It's those, the only people that have access to be able to hurt you or to make you feel those things are people that you genuinely care about, which is funny.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you always hurt the ones you love. It works in reverse too. So it's like, it's working both ways because it's very easy to be like, well, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care. I don't care what anybody thinks. And it's easy to do that single and not with anybody. It's easy to do that on the solo. But once you get with somebody that you actually care about and you see longevity with, then that fear kicks back in.
Yep.
Because now there's something to lose. Or now there's something to where it's like, I'm going to be judged. And I actually do care if this person judges me. So let me get angry. Let me get sad. So it's those re-sparkings. But I've definitely been through that myself. And I've seen a lot of people go through it too.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks.
Not to circle back to validation, but I wanted to ask you about like, because being on TikTok and Instagram and out there, I am sure you have gotten some crazy DMs. Seriously, sometimes I just watch your shit just to go to the comments. And I'm like, where's my popcorn? Like,
yeah, it's great. Comments are the best part.
This is going to be good. And I just love reading all of the women and like what they say to you. My favorite is when people say, we must protect this man at all costs. That makes me laugh.
It makes me laugh.
I chuckle every time I read that. How do you handle that? And how do you not let your head just get like enormous or be like, oh my God, no one DM'd me today or no one told me I'm pretty?
I think like, I don't know. I think everything happens in life when it's supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like when I was younger, I really would have probably had a fucking field day with the access that I had now.
Yeah.
But I think now it's more so I appreciate that what I've done and like things that I've created or things that I said have either made people laugh or helped people in some way. So it's not so much like, oh, look at all these girls. And I'm like, I'm very thankful I have a female audience. But again, everything was created essentially. Like I made it for guys. Like it was originally supposed to be dude content.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted it to be like a bunch of bros because it was when Andrew Tate and all those people were coming out.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, guys don't talk like this. Like we say stupid shit all the time, but we're just dudes. We talk like normal dudes, and women just took it and ran with it. So now, I mean, the DMs are nice. I don't go through them. I don't go through them often. I like them. Like some people say really nice things. And then there's other ones where it's like, I've seen more nudes now than I think I've ever seen in my life. And it's weird as a guy because I don't know how to respond. Like, I'm like, am I mean if I don't respond to it? Or do I say, look great? Or what do you say?
Nice tits. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like, so I'm like to the point of, I don't know, this never happened. And like, I still feel like the fat little kid in myself,
mm-hmm.
you know? So he's like high-fiving me like, there's no way. And I'm like, yeah, there's no way. This is fake. But
You must get so.
Class is now in session. And the UPS store is here to help you ace arriving on campus. Our certified packing experts can pack everything you need, from desktops to decor. Plus, when you pack and ship with us, you get our exclusive pack and ship guarantee. Your items arrive safe or your money back. Restrictions and limitations apply. To get a 20% off packing coupon and for full details, visit theupsstore.com/packing.
So many proposals. I don't know. I don't mean like proposals, but proposals and propositions, because what you say makes women feel seen, heard, validated. And when a woman feels seen, heard, validated, we melt. Like, and I don't think men realize that, like in a relationship too. Like, man, if you just make her feel that she's heard and like her feelings mean something, even though if you're like, this bitch is crazy, but honey, I hear what you're saying. That must feel horrible. Like, and you, through your content, make women feel that way. I'm sure people are like, Jacob, marry me.
I think for me, the cool part was like, I did that unconscious, like I didn't think about it. And I never like, that was
Which
my
makes it even more attractive. Way to go.
But I think it was scary because I was like, no. I'm like, I think I was so big on talking about my flaws and like, I'm not perfect. Cause I think the dudes on the internet that say shit in the realm of what I say, but their goal is to like, just bang women. Like they just want to use it to be able to be like, this is a good phrase to get women. And I was like, I don't want to be that guy. I'm like, I've definitely fucked up. I'm bad at communicating. Like I'm really bad at texting. I get really quiet sometimes and I'm still evolving and working on these things. So it's like, I never wanted to be that perfect boyfriend or fucking be that ideal man. I'm like, because I think if I do have a female audience, I'm like, you guys have to understand that we all fuck up. Like there's no perfect guy. Like even me, it's like you see these videos, but it's like I still have good days, bad days. Like I'm still fucking working on shit progressively. But I'm very thankful that happened and I didn't have to try for it. Like it's just naturally how I am. I think that was coming from toxic relationships too. Like my first girlfriend, still love her. I think she's still great. I think we were really young, but like convincing her about things or like trying so many ways in my head to see how she was feeling or why this anger was happening or why cheating happened. And I would try to figure out what the reason was and what the cause was. So doing that with her fucking made it extremely easy with everybody else. Cause I was like, oh, this is a walk in the park compared to, and again, she was young and we were going through a lot of shit. She was just in a different stage of her life. So
yeah. And hopefully you see now that was so much of her stuff and not you to fix.
Yeah. And then again, like I played my part too, like just growing through that. I think we were that coming of age moment, like coming into adults and then realizing like, oh, she had a shitty past, she had a shitty childhood and she's also seeking validation in these things. And it wasn't anything that I did or that she did. It was just kind of, we're expressing these emotions in the best way we know how at that time.
Yeah. Hey, Bomb Life fam, I have a question for you. Are you the kind of person who crushes it at work, shows up for your family, checks off every to-do list, but when it comes to your fitness, your energy, and your confidence, it feels like something's missing? You might be doing the workouts, listening to all the right podcasts. I mean, you are listening to this one. But deep down, you're just kind of going through the motions and you're done playing small in this area of life. That's exactly why I created Fit Mind Coaching, my private one-on-one program for high-achieving women and men who are ready to level up. This isn't just another fitness plan. This is about building the body and the mindset to match the life you're working so damn hard for. Because success in business means nothing if you're hiding in hoodies, avoiding mirrors, or dragging through your day with zero energy, or showing up on Zoom meetings feeling good from the chest up, but praying no one ever sees what's going on below the screen. We're talking about fat loss, muscle building, and real confidence that bleeds into every area of your life, your boardroom, your bedroom, and your parenting. You want it all? Good. You should have it all. Let's go. Click the link in the show notes and book your free call with me today. Let's build the strongest, most confident version of you inside and out. You're ready for more, and I'm ready to show you how. Back to the show. What's the funniest and most outrageous DM you've gotten? Can you think of one?
How vulgar can we get on the podcast?
What? What did you say?
I don't know what level of vulgarity. I could try to switch up the...
Oh, we all want to know now. People just turned up the volume.
There was one nice lady who sent me a video of her, playing with the little man in the boat, but my TikToks were streaming on her TV. So she was essentially...
getting off to you.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. And like the caption was like you can type in captions to where it like says something on the screen. it was like, it's the voice for me. And then like wet emojis. And I was like, nice.
You're
Like,
just
I didn't-
making everyone happy everywhere.
Yeah, it's funny because I always get complimented on the voice, and I'm like, well, at least we got that. I'm like, I'll just read. I got a face for radio.
Well, you're doing the podcast, so it's perfect.
Yeah, exactly. So the podcast, the amount of people that ask me to read like romance novels is, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's definitely, we're thinking about it. I mean, I'm definitely, you know, I'm teeter-tottering on the idea of how do you do this, and I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Yeah, you need a voiceover manager or agent.
Yeah, that's what they tell me.
I love that. Oh, okay. I don't love your DM. I love the whole voice thing.
I thought it was, and all things considered, I was like, that took some effort. Like, it did take time. Like, she set this up. Like, the video, I was like, wow.
And guts, and confidence. Like,
that's why I feel weird not responding to them, because I'm like, when this is the double standard. I'm like, when dudes do it, it's gross. I'm like, but when women do it, I'm like, it took so much confidence to be able to send this and put that out there. And I'm like, I don't want to absolutely disregard this person.
right.
So I'm like, love it. It's, yeah, definitely new. Definitely new.
I got one.
You got it for your DMs. Oh, I want to hear yours.
Oh my God. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I don't think I've ever told anyone except for like me and my friends. And it.
Open up. Let me hear it. Give it to me.
Say it. Say your line. Lower the volume.
Oh yeah, not safe for work, so we can lower the volume a bit.
Thank you.
There you go.
I got a video and it was a guy opening his front door, taking care of business. And he opened his front door on the porch and finished for everyone on his front porch. But it was nighttime. I didn't see anyone out there, but
This is somebody you know and you talk to? Or?
no, I have no idea who it was. And yeah, just a lot of noises. And there was like, this is for you. And I'm like, and your whole neighborhood. But
Yeah. It was not just for you, it was for the neighbors.
yeah.
I
And
really hope he doesn't live close to a school.
right. And
I don't think he's allowed to.
I was just like, oh, like, what if someone drove by? But I guess that was part of maybe the excitement. And like, and I wasn't impressed either. Like, I was like, oh, good for you.
Exactly. Did you send the clapping emojis?
I just didn't respond. And yeah, I don't care if I didn't feel it hurt his feelings. You're right. It is different for men and women.
Yeah, I like how, that guy was thinking outside the box, though. It wasn't just in the bed on the old stomach there. He just decided, how did he clean it up, too?
I think he just left it. Like, there's probably like some marks on the concrete of his front porch, like.
Just a bunch of ants. See, what's funny to me is like women get so many. So it's like, for me, I'm like, you have to be quite impressive to think you're going to be the one that impresses. Because I know girls like share them with each other. Like, look at what this guy sent me.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, there's, for lack of a better word, there's some big wieners out there. I'm like, you got to be really in that top 5 to 1% to be able to be like, she's going to jaw drop for this.
Yeah. And it's crazy because most of them aren't jaw dropping.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, you're just no fucks given.
You're just the human anatomy. You're really rocking that normal.
Oh my God. And this is real. I share this with like my clients because I have like a group program and I'll share things with them that I don't typically share like on the podcast or like on social media. It's like just for them. And I'm always telling them the amount of dick pics that I get or like people that say things to me or like at the gym. Like I had a guy come up to me not that long ago and I always go into the gym in flip-flops. Always. Okay. And I think I told this story on another podcast I was on with like 4 dudes and they were all laughing. And it's something about going from different shoes for me. Like I have to sit down, put on my socks, put on my shoes, tie on the laces, and then it's like go time. Like I have I think it's weird if you just walk into the gym in the shoes that were just on the parking lot. Now you're in the gym with them. Like, I don't know. It's a mental thing for me. It's like a switch. And I go in with my flip-flops. I go to the same place. I sit down on a turf and this guy came up to me and he was like, I see you come in here all the time. And he's like, I realize this might be weird, but like, can I just take a picture of your feet? And I wanted to just be like, sure. And I'm like, no, that's weird. Don't say yes. Yeah. Well, listen, boundaries. And
yeah.
I don't think so. I don't feel comfortable doing that. And it's just like
that's sexual harassment. That dude's never been to an HR meeting in his life.
I didn't know what to say or think. And I was just like, oh my God, I don't even remember why I started telling that story. But
I wonder what the thought process is, though, because it's like, I guess, like the element of surprise, right? Because you were so taken back, like, yeah,
I was. And I'm like, how many times have you watched me walk in here and been like checking out my feet?
I feel so bad for women because y'all can't even wear flip-flops anymore because that's a thing now.
That is such a thing.
Yeah.
I get a lot of requests for my feet.
I laugh so hard when I see the girls on Instagram that put the blur around the toes.
Oh my God, or like an emoji over them.
Yeah, we've fallen that far as guys to just be like, we can't even look at feet and stay normal.
Right? Right?
We're a terrible species right now.
It's scary out there.
We're down.
Which brings me to my next topic with you, because this was recent. You did a TikTok from a male and a female perspective, and I loved it. You're like, excuse the shitty acting. And I'm like, I love this. And you did two perspectives of like, you owned a dating agency, and then you were interviewing a guy asking what he wanted, you know, what he was looking for in a woman. And then you did it as the agent interviewing a woman and what she wanted. And I laughed at both of them so hard because it's out there, but I'm like, actually, it's not. And I know women that literally say the things that you were saying from a female's perspective of like, well, I want this, but not this. And I want him to make a lot of money, but like never work.
Yeah.
I'm like,
a drug dealer.
And I want him to have this size, you know, of package, but like not too much experience. Like, it was so funny. And there was so much I could relate to those videos with the fitness industry and stuff. But our expectations and what people are looking for out there and what they're after, it is so fucked up right now. So
it's
fucked
terrible.
up. Tell me about these reels. Tell me about, or TikToks, why you made them. And
well, my thing is always like, there has to be every time I do a video, I'm like, what could be a middle ground point for both people to understand this?
Yeah.
To where it doesn't sound like, I hate when guys attack women. I'm like, well, now you're sounding fucking sassy. And when women attack guys, I'm like, well, they're feeling like this because of this. And we just don't understand each other. So I was like,
yes,
let me go ahead and reiterate some of the craziest things I've ever heard, like personally. And then I hear it with friends too. So I'm like, these are real people. These aren't like fake people. I'm not just making this up and pulling it out of thin air on either side. So it was one of those things where just figuring out or trying to make people realize like, okay, maybe I'm being a little crazy when I do ask for this, right? Like it's the whole, like, I want a girl that's slutty in the bedroom, but a virgin.
Right.
Never slept with anybody. And I want her to be fucking 21. And it's like, these things it doesn't even match, right? Mm-hmm. So you're looking for this imperfect person. And I also think that we have so much information online that confirms our own bias with things. So if you feel like something it's all about how you ask a question. So if I ask you, like, what are the worst reasons to work at McDonald's? You would give me all the bad reasons, right? Or you Google it and it'll tell you every bad reason. Or if you Google what's the best reason to work at McDonald's, it would give you all the good reasons. Mm-hmm. So everything all the information we retain online, a majority of it is kind of this biased information depending on what you're asking. And I feel like it falls a lot into dating. It's like, don't settle if he or she can't do this. And if she's not this, then you need to leave. It's like, okay, whatever happened to compromise?
Right.
Whatever happened to, this is my partner, let's work this out. Let's get to a better stage. Let's figure these things out together and build, because that's what people do. It's just more so like, well, if it's not the finish line, I don't want it. Like nobody's at the finish line yet. No man is, no woman is. Like a man may have a shit ton of money, but he's lacked complete emotional fucking maturity. He hasn't grown in that department. He's had a power complex, right? Where it's the money speaks for my emotions. And, you know, there's so many different things to where it's like, we have to figure this out. And I love you so much that we're going to do it together. That's the point of a relationship.
Right.
That's a healthy relationship to me.
Right. And that beginning stage right now is so messed up because we can just swipe and everyone just thinks like, I mean, this seems great, but what else is out there? Like,
yes,
swipe next, you know, and yes, there are thousands of millions of people out there and choices, and there are others fish in the sea for sure. But like, no one's stopping to, like you said, take the time to like learn and compromise and figure that out. And that's such a problem.
Mm-hmm. It's huge. I talk about this with my guy friends. I don't know the female perspective, so maybe you can give me that one. But like with my guy friends, so it's like, we always think like whatever your insecurity is as a man, right? So we're like all relatively early 30s, and I have friends that are older, but everything is like the next door. Like what's behind this next door? So it's like, let's say you make, you know, let's say you're a 28-year-old and you're making $75,000 a year, and then you go on and you're like, well, what's $100,000 a year going to bring me? And then you're like, well, this will bring prettier women and this will bring more women, because then I'll be able to afford this and I can do this. And then you're thinking like with TikTok, like my friends always ask me, it's like, is it easy? I'm like, well, if you keep thinking that way, it's going to be like, well, if this is what it's like at 500,000 followers, what's it going to be like at 1 million? Like, then I can have whoever I want. And then you're going to keep chasing this dragon. So it's like, again, is it money? Is it status? Is it whatever? You're just going to be, if you're chasing this, you're always going to think, well, the next level's got to be better. The next level's got to be better. Instead of just being like, what I have is great and what's here is great, because what else is up there?
Right.
It's going to be the same people. It's like you might see a little variation, but if you want a good person, that can be in any realm of those doors.
Mm-hmm.
So again, that's guys. I don't know what the female equivalent would be of being like, I don't know what that is.
Well, and for me and the people that I know and associate with and age range and stuff, and in the dating world, this obviously doesn't apply to like married people, but a lot of the women are like, what's behind the next door with the next man? He's great, but like, I'm sure I can do better. Like, he makes good money and stuff, but I know this girl that's dating this guy that makes this much money.
Right.
Or he drives this car, or like, I don't know, like he's at this level with his job, but I know someone who's at this level with their job.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? That's like what we're going off of now? And like, why not stop and take the time to figure out and get to know him here? But everyone's like, oh, that's a red flag. Oh, that's a red flag. Move on. Go to someone else. Don't even waste your time. And I'm like, hold on, take a minute.
Yeah. Really got to check who's giving you the advice a lot of the time.
Yes, exactly. And, bringing this back again, because this is what I do, health and fitness, like people don't take the time to learn. Like if someone's 160 pounds and they want to be in the 150s, okay, you need to literally learn how to be 156.
Right.
You need to learn how to be 150 pounds and then 148 pounds if your ultimate goal is to be 130. And people don't take the time. They don't realize that like every stage is like a new level and a new confidence and experience, and then being in your body, especially if you've been fat and overweight your whole life or your whole adult life and stuff. Like people just don't want to take the time. And I see it just spilling over into all these different areas of life. And it's
we have no patience either. And then again, like just for life and in fitness, it's like, okay, well, you could, like, I think there's beauty in adversity. And I think there's a lot of things where it's like, I really appreciate, like, one of the things that attracts me to like women is like, you can sit with yourself, or you've gone through adversity and you've gone through these things where it's like, if you were a big girl and you did all this fucking work to get to this size, I think that's great. I think that's extremely attractive because you could, and there's nothing wrong with these things, but it's like, you could do the Ozempic and you could do the whole thing where it like fast tracks it. But I think there's something to be said about the people that are like, I'm just on this journey, because you're changing your life.
Yes.
Right. And again, that's not to shame anybody that does those things, because again, usually you're part of the health culture when that starts too.
Right.
But I think the growing pains, or the shrinking pains, I guess, if you're losing weight, I had to go through all these awkward phases of myself. And I had to learn that, it's not just burning calories, it's macros too. It's like, now I want body composition to be like how my body is actually shaped. And I want all these things. And there's so much work to go into that. And in that process, you learn so much about yourself. Yeah. And you learn to really appreciate it more. Yeah. Right? It's like money. It's like anything. So it's like, if something is just handed to you, right? If you could just drop all this weight in a day, you would give a shit. You don't care. You're like, fuck, I was in the gym every single day. I missed so many activities. I was fucking getting made fun of because I had my little fucking containers of my macros in it. And you got to this place and now everybody's like, oh, you look fantastic. You look amazing. Yeah. And it's like, hell yeah, I fucking did this for 2-3 years.
Yeah. You have no idea what I've been through.
Exactly. And that's just something for that's just life in general. It's like, you know how much work I had to do on myself or to get to this place. And that's the issue I have with the finish line. It's like, if you want everybody at the finish line, are you a person that's even on your way to your finish line? You want somebody at their finish line, but you have to understand, like, are you making your way to your own finish line, or are you just going to grab off of their finish line?
Yes. Yeah. I think you did another TikTok about that too.
I feel like I've talked about fucking everything.
You have. I've just been trying to take in like all the Jacob content later too. Like, I'll just be driving home from the gym and I'll pull up your page and I'm just like listening as I'm driving to like prep. But I do that, and I'm prepping for episodes and stuff. But you're right. It's insane too how many, because I always do like free discovery calls. I'll let people have a very limited link. They book like a 15-minute call and I get an idea of where they're from. I can't tell you how many people I've talked to lately that have had gastric bypass surgery or, some type of whatever weight loss procedure surgery about 6 or 7 years ago. Everything's been like 6 or 7 years ago and now it's coming back on and they don't know what to do. And I just want to be a dick and be like, dude, you cheated. I can't say all those things, but I'm like, you cheated. You took the fast track. You got here. I'm like all over the place.
I love
I'm a
it.
very animated speaker. You can't tell, but I'm like,
Same.
what are you doing? Like no wonder you didn't do anything to change your identity. You didn't do the work. And I see this happening too with, people think like they get divorced and then they're in the dating world and they're like, oh no, I left that marriage. I'm here. I'm good. And then they find a shitty partner. Right out of there. I'm like, you didn't do any work. You didn't pause. Or they get out of one relationship and they jump into the next. And I'm like, when did you pause to learn what went wrong? What did you do? What did he do?
Did you even process what the fuck happened?
Exactly.
Or did you just take it as a breakup? And I feel like a lot of people love tumultuous breakups for that reason. I'm like, because I don't think the hardest thing for me is right person, wrong time.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that where it's
yes.
fucked up, like, fuck, I really like this person and there's really nothing wrong with them. It's just like this fucking time in my life is so weird. But tumultuous is so easy to leave. Yeah. Like this person's abusive or is emotionally abusive or, doesn't give me all these things. That's very easy to fucking just kick rocks and get the fuck out of it. It still hurts, whatever, for whatever reason. But I think when you leave something, you almost try to find every flaw in that person. That's the goal. It's the whole, what is it? If you point a finger at somebody, there's 3 more pointing back at you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it's like the whole gun narrative. So it's like the 3.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So it's this, it's very funny because we live in a world of, we get brought right back into yes people.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. Yes, your feelings are valid. Maybe. But now, okay, once we are so easy to process that we were right. Okay, now it's time for the other side of like, where did I fuck up? Where could I have done better? Did I fuck up at all? Like it's that's the part that people miss out on.
I know.
The other half is great.
Yeah.
Talking shit about people is extremely easy.
So easy.
That's the reason easy. Right there.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So.
Can we dive in a little bit to the masculine role? Again, you made another TikTok. You just brought so many good like points through your recent TikToks for me to talk about on here. And I think a lot of people will appreciate this. A lot of our male listeners and female listeners, I think it'll help them. You had made one recently and you were talking about, you realized how much women don't want to think and like taking charge. And you're like, why do you think they go have a girls' night and they do a craft? Because women don't want to think. And I thought that just brought up such a good point. And maybe you can elaborate on that a little bit more because this will help both sexes listening to this. And I agree that I don't think men realize this as much is that like women, we need to be the boss with so many things, like with kids and the household and our jobs. Many of us like work and do all of that. And when it comes time to be in a relationship stuff, like I'm not going to lie, I want to be a baby. I want to just be a princess, pillow princess, and like not have to think. And it is you were just so spot on with that. And if a guy can just be like, hey, be ready, wear this, we're going here. And some women might fight you on that, but that perspective of that particular TikTok, I was like, yes, protect this man at all costs. I may have commented that.
Thank you. It's a fine dance. So I think to elaborate, to get deeper on that, one, for anybody that's going to take that advice, there's so many different variables and there's so many different people.
Yeah.
So one, it's understanding your partner and is kind of getting a grasp on that. Like off the bat, you can't just be like, fucking be here at 7:30, don't be late. Or like, you can't do it that way.
I'm so glad you're saying that.
Yeah. Because I think a lot of guys get the advice. And again, I was guilty of this too. It's like, oh, you just tell them what the fuck to do all the time. And it's like, think more leadership as opposed to boss. You kind of want to be a tour guide. You want to be gentle, but we got to go here.
Yeah, because we want to be a baby. Country. Like you're not going to yell at a baby.
Exactly. But then there's this, okay, you have to take feelings into consideration. Like you're in a power position, but you're not in a power position to where you're making her feel like she can't do anything. You have to give her capability. And you have to, just be like, look, you don't think about this side of it. I got this side of everything, like just whatever the fuck it may be. So I think diving into that, it's really knowing your partner, and it takes a little time to do that. But I think women, for the most part, give you very specific clues on the things you need to know when you first start talking. Like this isn't something you grasp in a day, but women will be like, I like this. I like this place. I could eat this all the time. I love going here. These are my favorite activities. Jot that shit down.
Yes.
Just be like, or take mental fucking notes and be like, I know she likes this every time. She's never going to be upset with this. Now you can get your life in a place. It's really easy. Mm-hmm. So it's not this, men make it seem like it's these crazy executive decisions, but it's just day-to-day life of being like, cool, we're going to go here this time. Reservations made. We're just going to meet up. Like, well, I'm going to come pick you up. Or if you guys are living together, we're just going to go at this time. Be ready. This is all situated. Brain off. Brain fucking off. The more you can get to that brain off feeling, is whatever it may be.
Yeah, we'll just melt.
Yeah, and then just be the I got it guy. Like, don't get taken advantage of, because there's certain people out there that'll take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just hey, I'll handle that. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I got it. I'll make that call. Because your stress is just going to be lingering. And I'm like, I got it. That doesn't stress me out as much as you're dealing with probably 150,000 things. And I got 3 things on my brain.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and that leads to like sex, I mean, let's be real, because sex is so mental for women. Orgasms, sex, intimacy, all of that. It's so much in our head, not in our pants. And I think this is an important point to bring up for both sexes to understand this, which people do, but I think we need to hear it more, because the more her brain can shut off, the more open she's going to be to being turned on, or sex later, or like, foreplay starts in the beginning of the day, not, hey, let's go to the bedroom. Like the shit you did 10 hours ago is what got her to there.
The dishes. But I think to that, there's so many things that go through women's heads too, because I know women, it's always, again, not safe for work, so we can lower the volume, but I feel like women have a hard time finishing with men because there's so much thought process. And sometimes it's not even the guy's fault. It's just like her being there, how she feels about herself, maybe insecurities, other things she's thinking about, all these things. But you talk about masturbation and it's like, oh, it's easy to finish there because you don't have to think. You're just with yourself. There's no insecurity. Right. So it's like this it is complicated as a guy to be able to be like, I need to figure out how to make you feel as comfortable as you possibly can within your own skin and how you're doing things. And it is a little bit of a learning curve. Like, I think a 2-minute video is because it sounds like, I just do it all the time. I'm like, no, it's a process. Yeah. It's her getting comfortable, and you have to build up that rapport with her and figure out what she's feeling like and how to get her out of that space and feel comfortable with you. But I think the 2-minute video, I think a lot of guys took it as like, oh, well, you just do that fucking in 5 minutes. I'm like, no, it's a process.
It's a whole process. Yeah, no, you're right. And I know a lot of women listening will appreciate you saying that about being able to finish and complete. It's so much in our heads, and so many people struggle with that, and people just don't talk about it.
I think like what I always tell my guy friends, right, when we talk about it, she's like, it'll be like, oh, she didn't finish. And I'm like, well, it's not, if you go into sex as a man thinking like, I'm going to make her finish this hard, because we have guy brain. We think like, oh, we finished like this. I'm like, if you go into that, then you're going in with a task instead of just appreciate the motions and have fun with it and be there through every single emotion. And it's like give and receive and give and receive and do all these things together instead of just being like, she's going to come in 10 seconds. And it's like, if you go in with that mindset, then you're just you're again, trying to fast track it.
Yeah.
It's like, just be with her, like mind, body, and spirit, not to sound lame, but it's like really just be there and like feel everything.
It's
the
true.
Intimacy, the cuddling, the whole body. It's your skin is your biggest like sexual organ.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so much skin to explore. So I think with that, it's just
so
really
much skin.
it's just an appreciation. I think when women feel appreciated, again, physically, mentally, I think you get to those places faster.
Oh, when we feel worshipped and safe, like, which goes back to like, oh, he was in charge. Like, he took control in a loving way. I feel safe. He's made me feel safe the whole night. The whole night started out feeling safe. I feel safe in this space now, and then we can let go.
You don't want to be that pansy guy, but at the same time, you're like, I'm choosing to put you on this pedestal right now. Mm-hmm. Like I want to give you this adoration. So I think that's always fun too. I think it should be fun for both sides. I think that's part of the masculinity.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I appreciate the open and honest conversation around this. I know my listeners will too, because I'm always trying to like talk about the different topics that like no one else is really saying this. No one else is really bringing this out. And I think that's one of the reasons why I was drawn to you, because I was like, why isn't anyone else talking about this? And this guy has the balls to say it. Protect him at all costs.
I'm
going to try and say that as many times as I can now.
I'm going to get it. We'll get you a shirt. Protect him at all costs.
I'm starting a club. We're getting jackets.
Yeah. I'm going to get security.
It's happening.
All female security.
Tell me about your podcast. Tell me about this Might Be Toxic podcast. When did it start? Why did it start?
So I started it with my friend Lexis Amanda. So she's great. I've known her. So she was my best friend's sister. And I used to know of her when we were kids. So she would come over to the house. So we've known each other since we were like 12. She's probably like 13.
Have you ever dated her?
No, that's always the main question.
I know.
Have we ever slept together? And fucking, which says a lot about apparently coworkers. Like apparently just nobody has any coworkers that they can't sleep with.
It's a thing. That's a whole nother podcast.
Exactly. Exactly. So she kind of lived this. She got into music and she did very well in the music and she did well in the music industry and she grew that. And, you know, I kind of did my own thing and we hadn't talked in forever. And then I found out she was moving to Tennessee. I had been doing TikToks and kind of trying to get my feet wet in the internet space. And she was like, hey, I'm moving out there. And I'm like, perfect. I'm all, hey, would you want to do a podcast? And she's like, I've been thinking about that too. Should we just try to do one? And then one day, like when she finally got out here, we just sat down. We liked the title. Like we kind of came up with the title together. And the whole point of it was, I want it to just be not so much relationship advice, just relationship talks. We kind of wanted to take it more so into everybody's giving you how to find the right partner and the best person for you. We're just talking about dumb shit that we all go through and how to navigate that. And then like we get into serious moments and stuff, but we wanted to keep it really light. So it kind of transpired into that. And I wanted a female perspective so it didn't sound like I was just mansplaining shit.
Right.
And I wanted to be able to argue as a man when she said something while I'm like, well, dudes think like this. And I wanted to have that good middle ground to where it's not an argument, it's just a conversation.
I love it.
It's really fun. Yeah.
Is it on all platforms like Spotify and Amazon, all that?
All platforms. And, you know, thank you to everybody that's watched that or even tuned into that. So it's been really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Good show. And then this year, hopefully launching your podcast called Zenish.
Yeah, different solo, which is going to be new for me. So I'm excited for that. Yeah, it's definitely hard. Like I want to have guests on there, but I want it to be more periodically. And it's just more, how do you not be a guru, but how do you grow in life and do all the correct things, but also have that fucking wild side to you? You know, I don't want to be a bore. I don't want to be somebody, I don't want to be a monk.
Right.
I want to be monk-esque, right?
Zenish.
So it's like Zenish, exactly. Like I'm just Zenish. I'm not fucking shoving crystals out of my ass here. I'm just trying to figure out the ins and outs of life best that I can.
No, I love it. I love it. And we're here to support that. I'm excited. I think you're going to do an amazing job doing solo. Yeah, you're going to do really good. Jacob, I feel like we could talk for another 4 hours.
Absolutely could.
We both have a life. And we already took so long, like getting this launched. Tell us, we'll put everything in the show notes too. How can people find you, follow you? Give us the lowdown.
Everything is at Jacob Lee Razo, Instagram, TikTok, Patreon's coming up soon. So everything is going to be on that Jacob Lee Razo name, even the podcast. So everything will be there. YouTube, This Might Be Toxic. Also, This Might Be Toxic on all other platforms as well. And then I'll be doing all the announcements on my Instagram for anything going forward. So I hope to see you guys there.
Thank you so much for coming on and just having like raw, real conversation and laughs with me. I think this was like absolutely perfect. I think the audience is just going to love it. You have been so fun to listen to and fill my drive times with. And yeah, your lives are great. And so half the time I'm like, oh shit, did he just really say that? Oh, oh.
We get to those places. We do get to those places.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I'm just all reading the comments and I'm like, oh, he's still talking.
A comment queen. We love it.
Oh, but yeah, this has been great. I would love to have you back on. Maybe when you launch your next podcast too, like we have you come back on and just keep the conversation going and get some attention over there.
Yeah, when I'm not in Miami and I have my actual shit back. So we'll be able to do that for sure.
It'll be perfect. It'll be perfect. Thank you again.
Thank you we need to have you on This Might Be Toxic too.
I think that'd be fun. I got a lot of relationship stuff to talk and share.
Let's schedule that. We'll have a good time.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. All right, everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy. Until next time. The Bomb Life podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only. The content shared here is not intended as medical, legal, or professional advice. Always consult with a qualified professional before making any health, fitness, financial, or legal decisions. The opinions shared on this podcast are personal experiences and insight. So if you need expert guidance, go find the right professional for you. Thanks for listening.
Buying a car in Carvana was so easy. I was able to finance it through them.
Whoa, wait, you mean finance?
Yeah, finance. Got pre-qualified for a Carvana auto loan, entered my terms, and shot from thousands of great car options all within my budget.
That's cool that financing through Carvana was so easy.
Financed. Done. And I get to pick up my car from their Carvana vending machine tomorrow.
Financed.
Right, that's what I said.
You can spend time trying to pronounce financing, or you can actually finance and buy your car today on
Carvana.
Financing subject to credit approval. Additional terms and conditions may apply.
Lowe's has the Labor Day deals you need to give your home a new look. Buy one, get one free select interior paint via Visa gift card rebate. Then, add the final touch with 2 for $8 on select 2.5 or 3-quart mums. Refresh your home and save big while doing it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 9/3. Mums offer in-store only. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details.